Hello, dear one. My name is Nanaya from Love and Freedom Life Strategies. I'm a life and health coach. I had a fun adventure planned this past weekend. I was registered to run in a race with my friend. The race is called Not Since Moses. Here, I'll show you the t-shirt. Not Since Moses. The reason it's called that is because the race is on the ocean floor. The Bay of Fundy has one of the largest tides in the world, and it goes out so far that you can walk a significant distance, or in this case, run maybe, on the ocean floor. It's not sandy exactly, it's really muddy, and you can actually, people have lost their shoes before in this race, other years, we learned. As we were approaching this race, without even realizing it, I was carrying a lot of anxiety. I don't have a lot of adventure in my life. It's something I want more of. I don't create a lot of fun per se, and I want more of that too. But maybe because I'm not used to it, maybe because it's just away from home. And I think, COVID still has its tentacles in me somehow, that whenever I leave home, I'm a little bit anxious. I don't know what it is. All I know for sure is that approaching this date and knowing that I was going to be going somewhere else and spending the night, and then having to get up very, very early and not knowing for sure how everything was going to go the next morning, knowing we had to catch a bus to be shuttled to the start line, knowing we were going to be there waiting for a very long time, not having even had a chance to have breakfast before that, knowing that the forecast was calling for rain, like a lot of rain, and that we were already going to be running in the mud. All of these things, not being in control, not knowing for sure how it was all going to go, I ended up carrying a lot of anxiety in my body. Some of it I was conscious of, some of it I wasn't. My body just held on to it for me. Guess what happened? The start time was 9:30. At 6:15, we were just about to leave our Airbnb. I received an email that the event had been canceled because of thunderstorms, because of torrential rains. All of that anxiety, all of that worry, all of that ruminating and anticipating, how exactly is this going to go and how am I going to manage it all? Even though it wasn't a big deal at all. You can look at me and think, what on earth was she anxious about? She was just going for a fun adventure. I don't know. But all I know for sure is that in hindsight, that energy, that time, that mental and physical space was unnecessary. It was wasted. It did not accomplish anything helpful. And as so often happens in life, the thing that we are anxious about actually ends up not ever happening. Now, you register for a race, usually probably it's going to happen. You have an appointment. There's many things in life that are somewhat predictable, probably they are going to happen and they may cause us some anxiety. But the very things that are of worry to us, the very things that we anticipate going wrong perhaps, 9 times out of 10, they never actually even happen. So in that moment, I was living in a made-up reality. In those moments of anxiety, I was living in a future that didn't exist, that never came to be. It wasn't a good use of mental, physical, time, space, and energy. I want to encourage you today to set the intention to once again to take a hold of your thoughts and your anxieties. When these ruminating and anxious thoughts come, it's such a painful thing to name them. Look, there's an anxious thought. Look, there's a planning the future, a future that doesn't even exist right now and may never exist. Take a deep breath and be here now. I know this isn't a new message. I know this is something we've talked about before, but I need a constant reminder. So I figured that maybe you did too. Thank you for being with me today. Let's continue to practice together for our peace, for our joy, and then that would overflow into the world. This is how we make the world a better place. Peace to you.